I think now it's better for him. So now he's helped me all the time. So it's my angel.
With this guy at 18, Zdeněk Horub, who is a 17-year-old who has yet to appear in a Grand Prix race, but he'll be hoping to get his opportunity here this evening. And Václav Milik is the rider number 17. They are the two reserves there. Milik, who got one ride last year here in this meeting when he replaced Kenneth Pierre. Now, into the main field, the 16 riders, and Joseph Frank is a wild card, and what a meeting he had here last year.
Yeah, he put in a fine performance. He made the semi-finals, and he's a real crowd favourite. Track conditions are different this year, but I'm sure he's going to be inspired. Alice Strimmel coming in for the injured Darcy Ward, of course. A local man coming in for his home Grand Prix. Slightly ironic that, but he knows this place very well.
Ty Woofenden, who won the British Championship on Monday at Wolverhampton, he is absolutely flying. He was involved in that incident with Nicky Pedersen in the semi-final in Gothenburg, but he really is riding on confidence right now. Niels Christian Iversen having another good season, Kelvin.
Indeed he is. He's looking good, Niels Christian Iversen. He's fast, he's enjoying his return to the big time, and don't rule him out. He's growing in confidence, as is this man, Matti Zagar. 2 Super Grand Prix. Once again, he's a rider that's back in the big time speedway, and he's more mature and he's looking good. Already made a final so far this year.
His 33rd Grand Prix appearance tonight. Zagar, here's Christoph Kasperzak. He has the experience of 20 GPs under his belt, but has so far struggled this season for any type of consistency. Now, Jere Campbell, what are we going to get from him tonight?
Well, I thought he was going to win last time out in Gothenburg. He was really very professional about the way he went about his business, but don't rule him out tonight. Martin Veselik, effectively his home Grand Prix, of course, is from Slovakia, hasn't been in good form this year, needs to rediscover it here tonight, as does this man, Andreas Jonsson, Nigel.
Yeah, it's been a poor campaign so far for Andreas Jonsson, but he has changed his setup. He's got people in his back room that he trusts, and Freddie Lindgren hasn't been able to build on his first Grand Prix win of last year.
No, he's been disappointing as well. In actual fact, all the 3 Swedes have been disappointing this year so far. And Fredrik Lindgren, without doubt, is a fast rider when he gets top form. Antonio Lindback, we thought he was back to his best out in Gothenburg. He won his first 2 rides and then only got a couple of points from the next 2. So Lindback, another rider that needs to bounce back to top form.
Emil Sayfutdinov, he is in wonderful form right now. 2 straight wins in the GP. Can he continue that tonight? And Tomáš Golub, the leader of the World Championship.
Yeah, didn't have such a good night in Gothenburg, but still came away with a 2-point lead. It's a slender lead, but he will fancy his chances here. Greg Hancock, now he will be a dark horse tonight. He's fit and he likes it here, and he did a pretty professional job by the time. I expect him to be amongst the points here tonight.
Yeah, Hancock has had treatment over the last couple of weeks and says that he feels a lot better after his injury 4 weeks ago. Nicky Pedersen, much has been made about his arm injury. He'll be riding through the pain barrier tonight here in Prague.
Beware the wounded animal, I would suggest. He could well be dangerous. Chris Holder, the world champion, of course, back to nearly his best last time out, just a lap away from winning his first.
In Gothenburg a fortnight ago, he has that broken bone in his arm. Kasperzak is off the inside in red. Nicky Pedersen, the triple world champion, he goes off gate 2 in blue. Joseph Pepe Frank goes off gate number 3, and Emil Sayfutdinov, the man very much in form, he goes off the outside.
Well, yes, there's some form riders here without question. Nicky Pedersen, Ty Woofenden and Emil Sayfutdinov really are well and truly battling for this World Championship. Nicky Pedersen, of course, is running 5th in the world at this stage and is desperate to get something out of tonight. Let's see the physiotherapist there keenly looking on. But Emil Sayfutdinov, who comes from the outside, is once again looking to go 3 on the spin here tonight. It's only been done, well, the last time it was done was 2006 with Jason Crump. And Sayfutdinov has been inspired so far this year.
Beat number 2, and Pedersen has made a dream start. What a gate from the man who's injured off gate 2 in blue. Nicky Pedersen with the lead, Christoph Kasperzak second. Pedersen goes wide and Kasperzak gets close now. Emil Sayfutdinov is third. Now, the big question, can Nicky Pedersen hold on as Sayfutdinov comes through?
Super stuff from Sayfutdinov up in the 2nd place. Pedersen, electric away from the tapes, is out in front. Keep your eyes firmly fixed on Emil Sayfutdinov in 2nd place. He's charging hard. Joseph Franks out the back with Kasperzak, who really did just leave the door wide open for Sayfutdinov early on in the race. Nicky Pedersen out in front, really going good out in front.
Down the back straight into turns 3 and 4. Pedersen under pressure from Sayfutdinov now.
Yep.
Nicky Pedersen riding with a broken arm into the last lap of heat number 2. He made an absolute jet-propelled getaway. Nicky Pedersen down the back straight. He is on the verge of a dream start to the Czech Republic Speedway Grand Prix. Nicky Pedersen, 3 times world champion, 3 points in the back, takes his hand off the handlebars as he goes over the line. He's hurting all right, but my word, all the hard work was done from the start. Big 3 points, and he is so
Dividends, the hard work getting here, already paying off.
Here's the lineup. Alice Trimmel goes off the inside. Home favourite, of course. Emil Sayfutdinov goes off gate number 2 in blue. Andreas Jonsson, only 1 point to his name off 3. Martin Vasulik goes off the outside,
well,
in yellow.
Apart from Emil Sayfutdinov, he had gate 4 in his opening ride. He did well to get 2 points. The other 3 riders really were struggling in their opening ride.
Heat number 8. And the man in yellow, Martin Vasulik, has been left at the gate, but Sayfutdinov has made a jet-propelled start. Super gate from Emil Sayfutdinov. Here comes Johnson up the inside now of Alice Trimmel. Martin Vasulik is on the infield, his bike packed up at the start. But Emil Sayfutdinov, who has 2 Grand Prix wins under his belt in the last 2 rounds, is looking good here in the blue helmet.
Yeah, he is. He doesn't very often make starts. We just see the rear chain came off from the start line and the bike overrevved and he didn't go anywhere. Martin Vasulik's luck doesn't get any better, failing to score here, of course. Sayfutdinov out in front. He had a good start from gate 2, having a much easier ride of it. He normally comes charging through the traffic in spectacular fashion. Andreas Jonsson in 2nd place, not really that quick with Drimmel back in 3rd, but the young Russian will be more than happy to be out in front. Looking like he's going to cruise to another race victory here.
Yep, Emil Sayfutdinov down the back straight. He's going to make it 5 points out of 6 here now, and he is going to lead the World Championship. Emil Sayfutdinov, 2 rides, 5 points out of a possible 6. That will do nicely for him. Andreas Jonsson's 2nd, Alice Trimmel was 3rd. There's a few Russians in the crowd here tonight, and they are delighted to see them. Certainly people like Woofenden started the season with the aim of challenging for the top 8. Here's heat number 11. Emil Sayfutdinov goes off the inside. Freddie Lindgren off gate number 2. Thomas Golob is off gate number 3. No points for him, but it'd be typical if he won 3 on the trot now. And Chris Holder goes off the outside.
Well, it wouldn't surprise you, he's done it before, but I have to say the body language in his opening couple of rides has been disastrous. There's Emil Sayfutdinov's gang looking on. They've been riding high, he's been flying high. He's certainly looking good once again here tonight. Looked great in his last one, made the start. Doesn't often make the start, people. He normally comes charging through the traffic, but he's on the inside gate. See how he gets on.
Got a fancy Sayfutdinov for this one off the inside, but Lindgren's made the start. This is his 18th ride of the season in the Grand Prix, and he hasn't won a race yet. Now, can Lindgren end that drought? He has the lead. Sayfutdinov is 2nd. Thomas Golob is 3rd, and Holder's at the back. And Thomas Golob needs to do better than 3rd place here. He's charging hard, Golob in 3rd, trying to hunt down Sayfutdinov, who, in the meantime, charges up the inside of Lindgren, down the back straight, wheel to wheel. Lindgren holds the line.
Lindgren out in front, gate 2 was in. Treat around the inside. Here he comes. Brilliant stuff from Sayfutdinov to charge to the front. He won't be denied this season. Really is riding inspirational out in front. Got to say, Chris Holder is struggling out the back. He really didn't get away from the outside gate. So difficult to overtake, but the man who made it look simple, he is out in front, charging away.
And look how clear he is now, Sayfutdinov. And that is a spectacular effort from the Russian rocket. Winner of the last 2 rounds. Can he make it 3 on the spin tonight? And what a ride that was from Emil Sayfutdinov. A stunning pass on Fredrik Lindgren, with Thomas Golob in 3rd. Now 1 point from 3 rides for Thomas Golob.
Can't make the semis from there. Even if he wins his last 2 rides, it would be extremely. And also here, Nige, coming out in heat 14, needs some points now.
Everson's off the inside, only 3 points to his name. Antonio Lindback is off gate number 2 in blue. Emil Sayfutdinov 8 points out of a possible 9 off gate number 3. And Jarek Hampel needs points as well.
Indeed.
He's off the outside gate.
He's had a race win, but he's also had some poor. He's had a 3rd and a last, and so he's been up and down. It's been a yo-yo kind. It's been a roller coaster of a night for him. And all these riders, are, you know, apart from Emil Sayfutdinov, who's making it really look ridiculously easy when it certainly is not, he comes out at gate 3. So riders under pressure. Certainly they've got to up the ante if they want to make the top 8.
Heat 14 as the sun settles here in Prague, and it's a great start from Lindback off gate number 2. Now, what can Sayfutdinov do? High around the outside in white. He can't quite get the better of Lindback. Now he can!
Whoa.
That is truly brilliant from Emil Sayfutdinov. A switch up the inside. Lindback's coming back for more. Third place right now is Niels Christian Iversen, and the enigma that is Jarek Hampel is at the back. But Kelvin, you have to take your hat off to the man in front, the Russian rocket, Emil Sayfutdinov.
Once again, Sayfutdinov just making it look ridiculously easy. He was on the outside, he then switched back to the inside, charged into the lead up, going into turn 3 on the opening lap. Better stuff from Lindback. He made an excellent start, but he couldn't resist the speed and the challenge of the Russian rocket out in front. Hampel's out the back, struggling. He's not going to make the semis riding that. Going to be tough for him. Certainly he's finding it difficult, but certainly a man who's not is Emil Sayfutdinov.
Yeah, and he's done it the hard way tonight. Sayfutdinov is on his way to yet another win. That'll put him on 11. And second place goes to Lindback. Third is Niels Christian Iversen. And my goodness, Jarek Hampel, so unpredictable. You just don't know what you're going to get from him. And there's nobody more frustrated with that than Jarek Hampel himself. But Emil Sayfutdinov, simply superb.
He is, and he's riding
about this guy. He's a genuine... You line up for a mouth-watering heat number 17, Matej Zagar. Will Matej be the man in this one? He's off the inside gate, 10 points to his name. Emil Sayfutdinov, 11 points so far for the Russian rocket. Greg Hancock, twice world champion, a Grand Prix legend. He's off gate 3 in white. And Ty Woffington, 4 rides, 4 wins. He's off the outside in yellow.
I would suggest if Ty Woffington hits the front and Emil Sayfutdinov's in second place, we could well be in for a bit of a thriller here, because Sayfutdinov won't want to be beaten at this stage by Woffington. It will come as no surprise to all the riders in the paddock who's leading this meeting. Woffington is on 12 points, he's unbeaten. And of course we have this showdown now at heat 17. Hancock, can he pull a bit of a rabbit out of the hat here coming into this? He's desperate for a race win, needs it, absolutely desperate for it.
Massive heat number 17, movement to the start. Hancock has made it, but there goes the red light.
No surprise.
Red light on straight away, and I'll tell you what, there was a lot of tension at the start line there.
Well, I think that just emphasised how much pressure the American was feeling. He knows 2 aspects.
What a lineup it is. Doesn't get much better than this. Matej Zagar off the inside. Emil Sayfutdinov going off 2. Greg Hancock goes off gate number 3 in white. And Ty Woffington, he goes off the outside in yellow. Will his extra preparation at the start line work?
Well, he'll be hoping so, because he's certainly worked hard, and he may well just be having to take a few deep breaths before the green light comes on. He's right up against the safety fence. I do hope that the footrest doesn't hit the kickboard as he moves away and unsettle the bike. Big heat 17 here.
Right by the fence, Woffington there. Outside gate. This is heat 17, second time of asking, and Sayfutdinov's made a good start off gate 2. Hancock can't quite get there. Woffington's at the back. Now Hancock's coming high and wide. Sayfutdinov down the back straight has that lead. Greg Hancock is second. Third place is Matej Zagar. Here comes Woffington. Oh, he's just blasted the way around. Brilliant. And he's closing in on Hancock as well. Sayfutdinov with that lead. Hancock second. Woffington's got speed though. He's going to challenge Greg Hancock for second place here.
Fabulous move from Ty Woffington on the opening lap, came charging around the outside of Zagar. Now he's up the inside of Hancock, looking for a way through. Superstar, Sayfutdinov's out in front, but keep your eyes on the Brit in third place. He wants that second place. He's desperate to chase down Sayfutdinov.
Here comes Woffington round the outside now, coming out of turn 4. Hancock won't leave any room. It's Hancock second, Woffington is third. Zagar's at the back, the lead is with Sayfutdinov, no doubt about that. And Woffington is going to have one big blast around the outside now for the final time. And now he's going to try and switch up the inside, but Hancock's done enough.
Hancock rode a really clever last corner there. He had eyes in the back of his head. He moved in wide and then chopped back to the inside. He could read Woffington's mind as he came out of the last corner. The American fighting all the way to the line. Sayfutdinov wins the race. He moves on to 14 points on the night. a draw for the all-important semi-finals. I'm sure it's going to be a relatively easy decision for Emil Sayfutdinov. Yeah, no surprise at all that he goes for gate 2. That's the best gate. Freddie Lindgren, of course, goes for the inside gate. That's a great result for him.
TJ surely is going to go for 3 now.
Yeah.
And poor old KK is left.
Oh, yeah, he's left with the outside gate where there's been no wins, but...
First semi-final then here in Prague tonight. Freddie Lindgren, first semi-final appearance of the season off the inside in red. Gate number 2 is Emil Sayfutdinov, 14 points out of a possible 15. Can he make it? 3 Grand Prix wins on the trot tonight. Gate 3 is Andreas Jonsson, back on form tonight, a hard-fought display. And Christoph Kasperzak, he has qualified for the semi-finals on 8 points. He has got the outside gate, which hasn't produced a race winner all night.
Well, 3 of these riders are in the semi-final for this season for the first time, so they've all enjoyed a much better night. Their fortunes are certainly on the up, and they'll be looking forward to trying to make the final, but the danger man has to be Sayfutdinov.
First semi-final there, and Sayfutdinov off gate number 2 didn't make the fastest of starts, but has made up ground and has hit that first turn. Lindgren is second now. Freddie Lindgren holds on second place. There's a battle for third with Kasperzak now coming up into second. What a ride that was!
From? Oh, he's caused mayhem going into turn 3. How on earth they all stayed upright? That was a minor miracle in itself. Kasperzak charging through into second place. The 2 Swedes are relegated to third, and down the back is Andreas Jonsson. Sayfutdinov out in front. Super stuff from him out of gate 2, but Kasperzak from gate forward, I reckon he should have been in his car going home. He's going into the final.
He caused absolute chaos, and goodness only knows how the other boys stayed on their bikes, Lindgren and Jonsson. Jonsson had to get off the gas to take avoiding action. Going into the last lap now, Emil Sayfutdinov is on the verge of yet another Grand Prix final. He's going to lead the World Championship going into Cardiff in a fortnight's time at the Millennium Stadium. It's Emil Sayfutdinov who's going to take the checkered flag, and Christoph Kasperzak is in the final as well.
Wow. Super ride from Emil Sayfutdinov out in front once again, making it look ridiculously easy. He's out in front, I can assure you people it's not. He's just riding on the crest of a wave. Kasperzak, what a move on the opening lap, going into turn 3. The 2 Swedish...
Well, the 2 youngsters clearly loving life in the GP series. Both had their heartache, of course, of losing their father, Woffington, back in 2010, and Emil Sayfutdinov a fortnight ago. And great respect for Nicky Pedersen. And Emil goes for gate number 2.
No surprise there, Ty Woffington, I would suggest, has got to go for the inside gate. Julie does. Pedersen will go for gate 3. Have to believe he'll go gate 3. Big smile on his face. What an effort from Pedersen. All that physiotherapy, all that treatment, all the pain endured here tonight is paid off massively. He's in the World Championship chase. Don't ride him out. He wants the inside gate, Kasperzak. I'm sorry, mate, you can't have it, but I tell you what, he pulled off a bit of a sensational move.
What a lineup for the final of the Czech Republic Grand Prix here in Prague. Ty Woffington goes off the inside in red, with Emil Sayfutdinov going off gate number 2 in blue. Nicky Pedersen, triple world champion, gate 3 in white. Outside in yellow, Christoph Kasperzak. A terrific lineup. It's all set up beautifully for the grand final.
Indeed it is, and Kasperzak from the outside will have to produce something extra special when you consider the form of the 2 riders on the inside. They're on the best gate starts here. No question, the stats suggested, and it's been proven. Sayfutdinov riding brilliantly tonight. What a head-to-head confrontation as they go into that first corner. Super final in prospect.
Ty Woffington with only 1 appearance in a Grand Prix final before this one. The green light is on! Sayfutdinov's hit the tapes!
Oh, what an anti-climax for the young Russian. That's such a shame. The pressure, the tension of the big final.
He hasn't put the light on yet.
He touched the tapes, Nigel.
He hasn't put the green. He hasn't put the blue light on yet. Has he got to see it again? Blue, Sayfutdinov. Oh, he's touched him. Yeah, he's touched him. That is going to be heartache for Sayfutdinov. And the blue light is now on. Emil Sayfutdinov has touched the tapes. and is disqualified from the final.
Well, I know that that's a huge blow in the context of the meeting, but what a marvellous opportunity for Ty Wolfen to...
That the pressure might be getting to him at the top of the World Championship.
Yeah, possibly. Just could not quite sit still.